Hello, hello. Hi, Lori. Hi, Keto Twisted Gypsy. How are you guys doing? I was just sitting here getting some things ready, and I noticed it was already 2 o'clock. Time goes fast when you're busy. Oh, good. I'm glad. Hi, Darlene. So I started a couple of things really quick here. I already shredded my cheese for my fat bombs, and I'm using this sharp cheddar cheese, just plain old cheese. And I'm using a pork roast that I'd cooked. Hi, Keto Michelle. How are you doing? I'm simmering a Mexican pork roast that I'd cooked several weeks ago that I used in one of my meal preps. And the pork was cooked and it's good and everything. I'm doing good. I'm doing really good, actually. I'm feeling really good. So the pork was cooked and it was really, really good, but it wasn't as tender as I'd hoped. So this is what I did. Let me show you guys what I'm doing right now. I started this a little bit ago, probably about a half hour ago. So it's simmering on my, I can never get this. Okay, there it is. It's simmering on the stove. And I'm just cooking it until it's a little bit tender. I know it looks good, huh? And so I just added a little bit of beef broth to it and a can of, where did I put it? Some chipotle peppers. I added a can of these to it. There it goes, focusing right there. So these chipotle peppers, there was about 9 or 10 of them in there. And for the, let me see here, 2 tablespoons. I'm just going to consider 1 jalapeno with some sauce a serving. It's 25 calories, 1 gram of fat, 3 grams of carbs, 2 grams of fiber. If you're doing net carbs, that's 1 gram. Yes, they're very, very spicy. Chipotle peppers are always spicier than jalapenos, in my opinion, and less than 1 gram of protein. So that's what I added into the pot to make it a little bit spicier. So I'm going to let that simmer for a little while longer, and we'll take it out. And I'm hoping that it'll shred up nice because that's what I'm using for my salad. Okay. So let me get some gloves on. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cook up this bacon because I'm really thinking that I need to get a little bit more protein in my life since I'm working out. And I read your comment, Lori, about John's advice about protein and everything. So in order to get the protein that I need, I would have to have 140 grams of protein if I work out consistently, he said. So I don't know if I'm going to get 140 grams right now, but I am upping my protein. I was getting around 50 or 60 grams of protein, and I'm going to shoot for, yeah, that's a lot, huh? I'm going to shoot for between 90 and 100. Yeah, that's my lip gloss too. So since I did the bacon experiment several weeks ago, and I learned how to fold this bacon and cook it low and slow, that's what I've been doing. I actually cooked some bacon yesterday. Oh, before I keep going on, let's talk about what's missing next to me right here. There's no Abby today. Abby and everybody went out of town shopping today. So she ditched grandma for shopping. Typical girl, right? So my little chatterbox is not here today. So I'm just going to work on getting a little bit more protein. I don't know about how much lower the fat is going to be, because you know I love my fat. I mean, for me, that's the whole reason for loving keto. One of the reasons is that I can have fat on my diet. So I always think that these things, I like it too. I know it's really good. I'm copying it from the bacon experiment guy, Dan Quibble. And I do like the chewy texture that the low and slow cooking of the bacon, that it gives the bacon. And I like it that it's in a nice, neat little package. I used to cut my bacon into thirds. And I learned that from Ketogenic Kim. That's what she was doing. She learned it from Suzanne Summers. And I just thought it was a way to make it like, kind of like bacon chips in a way. I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing, but I want to touch my camera with this. Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of keto people like Tammy that does higher protein and lower fat. And there's a certain way she does her macros. But I don't think it's going to hurt me to up my protein just a little bit and keep my fat the way it is. But I am going to research it. Oh, yeah. You know what? Last week, you know, I'm going on, this is my third week with no refrigerator. And so I've really been trying to not, I've been trying to not cook as much food since I have such limited space. And last week, I didn't cook enough. So yesterday I fell into the snacking trap, which made me gain 3 pounds overnight, which I was kind of expecting. I talked about that on my video. I've been kind of expecting my weight to go up a little bit because I had so many drops that, you know, I'm pretty good with that. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of play with it a little bit. That's how I do my macros. I've gone by the calculators before, and they never really seem to be right for me. I either lose way too quick or I lose way too, I don't lose at all. So what I do, the way I calculate my macros is I just kind of play with, and I'm not tracking. So I just kind of play with my food a little bit and see how well I'm losing. You were up 6? Yikes. You know what? The macro calculator that I like to use when I use it is from Maria, Mind, Body, Spirit. Maria Emerlich. She has an awesome calculator on her website. And you can actually tweak the yeah, Ruled Me is a good one too. But the thing I like about Maria's is her calculator gives you like if you want to do more protein on your in your diet, she calculates it for that. If you want to lose fast, she calculates it for that. There's a whole lot of different types of calculations that she does rather than just the standard macro calculator. So check it out. I think it's mariamindbodyspirit.com, and just kind of play around with her calculator and see what you think. I really like it. So I'm going to try the protein sparing, which means it's a little bit higher protein, and see what it says. Because I certainly don't want to have too much fat and too much protein at the same time. But I'm really into this gym thing right now, and I want to get the most out of it that I can. I know I don't like tracking either, and that's why I don't do it. I just pretty much go by my weight loss every week. Wow, Darlene, that's nice. 30 hours. I just watched oh, what's John's channel's name? If You're Keto. And he just did a 36-hour fast. I've never gone that long. I think the longest that I've gone is 20 hours. Okay, so look at down here. This is what I have. And that is going in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. All right, got that done. And that was almost all the bacon that was in my package, so that's pretty good. All right, so let's get on with the fat bombs. I know, he's great. And you know what? He only has about 500 subscribers. I'm surprised because he has a really fun channel for sure. I don't know why he doesn't get more people watching him. Yeah, he's hardcore for sure. He looks great. I mean, he looks so good. Okay, so I'll put that to the side. So in this bowl, I have about 6 ounces of shredded cheese. And the shreds are pretty long compared to how I do it. When I do it with my food processor, they're a lot smaller, but that's what I have. And I have, let me show you what I'm doing. I have 1.5 packages of cream cheese. Yes, thumbs up, you guys, please. That helps our channels grow for sure. All right, so here it is. So look at the way this cream cheese is. I've talked about this several times. Do you see how it's fluffy? It's because I froze the cream cheese back in, when was it? For Christmas, I bought 10 blocks of cheese because it was really cheap at my supermarket. It was on sale. You had to buy 10 blocks. So I bought it and I froze it. And the cream cheese turns out real fluffy like this when you thaw it out. It doesn't change the taste. It just changes the texture. And it's okay for cooking. And actually, it spreads really, really nice. And this hasn't been sitting out very long either. So it's nice and soft. Okay, so I've got this. Now I've got some of this bacon that I cooked yesterday. And this is what I've been eating today. I ate probably about, what was it? I ate about 1 ounce of cream cheese, and I've just been snacking on bacon today because I'm a snacky person. Love snacking or hate snacking, either way, think it's right or wrong. I do that sometimes. You know what? I'm not doing roll-ups today. And so maybe that's why Abby ditched me. I don't know. But yeah, she has the funniest little giggle, doesn't she? Okay, so I'm going to weigh out this bacon a little bit, just so I can get a general idea of my macros a little bit. I'm not counting them, but I want to know how much fat and protein is in these fat bombs. So I've got this. This is just cold bacon. And I cooked it the same way that I'm cooking this bacon right now. And so I'm just going to chop it up a little bit and throw it in the bowl. These fat bombs, all I'm really doing, you guys, is making jalapeno poppers all chopped up. And last time I made jalapeno poppers, I said that these are nothing but a fat bomb. That's all it is. It's a fat bomb. And if jalapenos had been a good price at my supermarket, I probably would have bought the fresh jalapenos. But today I'm using these. These are the jalapenos I'm going to use because these are so much cheaper than using fresh jalapenos. And hi, Susan. They're cheaper. And for what I'm doing, I'm going to cut them up anyway. So that's what I'm using. I get that jar of jalapenos for $1 at Dollar Tree. Can't beat that price. Hi, Jennifer. I'm happy that you made it. All right. So I'm going to keep this conversation going without Abby. She's my chatty one. Not only does she giggle, but she always has something to say for sure. Wow, 25 cents a pound? No kidding. Yeah, if I'd have found jalapenos for 25 cents a pound, we'd be using fresh jalapenos for sure because I love them. So I kind of have a spicy food theme going on here since I've got the jalapeno poppers plus the Mexican pork that I'm doing. But you guys know I love my food spicy. All right, let's see how much this weighs. So that's 4.5 ounces of bacon right there. Yeah, I like to burn my face off. Lori had a vlog last week, I think it was, and she said whatever it was that she was eating, she said it's not so hot it doesn't burn your face off. And I commented, I like burning my face off. That's why I'm using the chipotle peppers. All right, so there we go. There's that. Let me get a spoon to stir. We'll get this all stirred up. Hi, Melanie. Melanie reached an awesome goal on her channel. She's getting monetized now. I'm so happy for her. Okay. So here we go. So I'm going to do something a little bit different with this after I get this done. Right now I'm making jalapeno popper fat bombs to go with my first meal of the day. And I got the idea from the cookbook that I won from you. Uh-oh, can't open that. I got the idea from the cookbook that I won in that keto package, keto kitchen package. And I'm just using my own jalapeno popper recipe and chopping everything up. Oh, that would be funny. I can see Melanie doing that. Singing the theme song from the Jeffersons. All right, there we go. So I'm just going to give these a rough chop. It's not going to be fine or anything else. I just want it to fit in the scooper that we're going to use. Oh man, my mouth is watering. I have not had these since last summer. I rarely make jalapeno poppers, even though it's like one of my favorite keto dishes ever, because it doesn't matter how many jalapeno poppers I make, I will eat them all. I will eat every bit of them. And the kids like them a lot too, even if they don't like spicy food. So what I'm going to do is I'm weighing everything out. I'm going to kind of get a rough idea of the macros on these jalapeno poppers. And then after the live stream, I'm going to go back and watch the video and try to get a rough calculation on them. Okay, so this will be I don't usually measure everything out. I haven't done it for a long time. That's 2 ounces of jalapenos. So what I'm going to do, yeah, jalapeno poppers is one of those things that I lose control over. But I love that they're all portioned out. So I'm going to take a little bit of the juice from here, just a tiny bit. That was probably not even a tablespoon, because I think it's going to help me to stir all the ingredients better. I want a little bite of everything and a little bit of every ingredient in every bite. So I have to tell you guys, I'm super excited. I know I keep talking about this, and at home they hear about this even more. I'm so excited about my new van. So the kids and I are going to go up there, not next weekend, but the weekend after that, the 26th and 27th, 28th, and go get the van. And then there's an aquarium right next to where the car lot is, CarMax. And we're going to go to the aquarium. I think that's going to be fun. All right. All right, so let's talk about these ingredients for just a second here. And let me get a wiper. You know what? I think I'm going to go live when after I get the keys to the van. I'm going to go live on my phone. I've only gone live on my phone twice since I've had my channel. All right, so there it is. Now, let's talk about this for a minute so that if you're interested in calculating all of this, you can. So for 1 ounce of cream cheese, and this is a 1 ounce scoop that I'm using. So we're actually going to get a little bit less than 1 ounce of cream cheese because this is a scoop and we have other ingredients in there. So 1 ounce of cream cheese has 100 calories, 10 grams of fat, less than 1 gram of carb, and 2 protein. So that's going to be the cream cheese portion of it. And then my cheese, I'm using sharp cheddar cheese. If I had extra sharp, I would have used that too. For 1 ounce, and we had 6 ounces in this bowl. 1 ounce is 110 calories, 9 grams of fat, less than 1 carb, and 7 protein. So there's the macros on that. And then the jalapeno slices. Oh, and I have 1.5 packages of cream cheese in here. Let me see here. 1/3 of a cup. I probably had maybe a third of a cup for this whole, for this entire thing. Is 15 calories, 0 fat, 3 grams of carbs, and less than 1 protein. So there's that. Is it focusing? And then bacon, we had, what did I say, 4.5 ounces of bacon? We'll have to look that up on the internet because my bacon doesn't have a macro thing on it. Okay, and then I just poured a teeny bit, like maybe a tablespoon of juice in it to help me mix it together. Oh man, this is making my mouth water. Okay. They're actually purple. I'm getting ready to change them today. Hi, Kevin. I did purple this last week. And look at this fingernail right here. I didn't bite that off. It ripped off all the way down, halfway down my fingernail. I ripped it off. Oh my gosh, that hurt so bad. Okay, I'm going to go get a container and I'll be right back. I don't have Abby here. She usually, I'll try to tell her to sing or tell you guys a story while I'm gone. But I got to dig it out of my cupboard. All right, there we go. I got 3 containers here. Five containers. I don't need the glass ones because this is going to be my cold meal. All right. These are the best containers. I know it did hurt. I don't know what color I'm going to go with this time. You know what, Jennifer? If you can't get a link to John's channel, I can put it in my description below after my live stream is over. All right. So now I'm going to take my 1 ounce little cookie scoop that I don't ever use for cookies anymore because I don't eat them. And I'm just going to scoop them like that. And I'm going to divide this into 5 containers. And they're kind of on the room temperature side right now. They're a little bit messy, but you can still pick them up with your fingers. But when they're cold, they're going to be easier to handle. But I'll probably still use a fork. Now, I'm not sure about the jalapenos, if there's enough jalapeno in here or not. It looks like it might be. I need to get a drink. I'm sorry. You know what? I've got something in my throat today. I've been clearing my throat all day. And you know what? This mixture, if this is more than 4 fat bombs, I'm going to put them in another container. I think 4 will be plenty, along with a little bit of bacon on the side. But I really think with all this exercising and everything, I need to increase my calories more than I was getting when I wasn't exercising at all. And right now I'm pretty committed to going back to the gym. I'm really, really liking it. I do so much better when I go to the gym. And when I was doing it before, when I was doing it last August, I was going early in the morning before I went to work. And because a fasted workout is better from what I understand. But I just can't do it consistently every single morning. Oh, Darlene, I have to tell you. So listen, I tried your mustard trick for the muscle cramps. It worked so good. That was an awesome tip. So if you guys are having a muscle cramp, which I get periodically, and when I get them for several days in a row, and it interrupts my sleep. So Darlene said that she eats a spoonful of mustard and it helps take it away. And it worked for me. Yeah, this is going to make more than I need right now. So when I see the kids, I'm going to let them have some of this too. Or maybe I could just freeze it, right? The kids haven't been over at my house as much as they usually are. So now that is, yeah, mustard. I love mustard. I can eat it straight out of the bottle just like that. There's enough for 5 days right there. So I'm going to set those over to the side. And of course, Gigi's under my feet. Okay, thank you, Melanie. I want to get a good count of how many fat bombs this is going to make. So that if we're writing it down and figuring out the macros, we'll know exactly what they are per fat bomb. I'm kind of curious, so I'm going to figure it out. And I'll put it in the description below after I get it all figured out today sometime. When I first started my channel and I was making recipes, I was figuring out the macros for every recipe and putting it into my Fitness Pal for people. But then once I stopped tracking, I don't do it as much now. I don't use my Fitness Pal at all. When I do track anything or calculate anything, I use the Carb Manager. I think it's more accurate, Carb Manager, because they don't let just any hoo-ha go in there and put in macros of what they think things should be. Because some of those macros on my Fitness Pal are way, way off. But that was the first fitness app that I used, was my Fitness Pal. That was before I started keto. It was before I even knew about keto. Way back when I weighed 215 pounds. Oh my goodness, look at these. Okay, that's it. I could lick that bowl. I'm telling you, that's the truth. I could lick the bowl. Ooh, it's tasty. Ooh, you could really taste the jalapeno. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I just had a little piece that fell on the cutting board. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Okay, let's put this aside. Okay, so we have 4 times 5, that's 20. And hi, Katie. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20, and made 33 fat bombs. 33. So there's that. What's the problem that you're having, Katie? Maybe I can help you, or somebody else in the room can help you. What is it that you're not getting? Because you know what? Listen to me. Can you guys hang on for a second? I want to show you something that I found really fast. 2 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, I'm back. So yesterday, Abby was over at my house, and she wanted some of the gel pens that I have. I had like some sparkly ones and neon colors and all sorts of stuff like that. So I went to, I got them down. I let her have them. I put them in a little container, and then I told her I have a bunch of these notebooks. I told her, I said, I've got one of these journals. I said, let me give it to you, and you can draw pretty pictures with your gel pens. So I looked through to see what was in it, and this is what I found. I ripped it right out of the book. So I had this. This is like April 2017, when my husband started doing keto in January. That following April, I attempted to start doing it. I didn't really start it until, I know, you know what, that's tough for sure. But you know what you could do, Katie, to make it a little bit easier is make your meals a little simpler. And like, there's plenty of keto foods that people eat that are not keto, and you could add something aside to it, like rice or potatoes or bread or whatever it is that they want. But yeah, whatever you're cooking for yourself, make it for the whole family, and then just add some carbs in so they don't feel like they're missing out. That's what I think. Yeah, what Darlene said. Okay, so anyway, he started January 2017. What I'm going to show you is my research from January until April when I first started keto. And hi, Kim Cole. And then I started on keto hardcore the end of July 2017. So I started to make this little list of foods, common foods that I ate, the amount, the calories, the fat, the protein, the carbs, all the macros on it, so I'd have something at a glance. Then, out of all the research that I did from January 2017 until April 17, this is my notes that I wrote down that I thought would be a good ketogenic diet. Does that look backwards to you guys? Can you read it? Okay. Bye, Kevin. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, so this is my my notes on my research when I first started keto. First of all, I wanted to start intermittent fasting. 2 meals a day. I got this from Dr. Berg. You're going to be able to tell. 2 meals a day, 3 to 6 ounces of protein per meal. Add fat to the protein, 7 to 10 cups of vegetables a day. That's Dr. Berg. Oh, look at my neck. Okay, no snacking. So that's pretty much almost what I do right now, except the no snacking thing. I don't snack very much. Sometimes on the weekend, like yesterday I did, but that's what I do. Okay, and then sleep 8 hours a day, 7, 8 hours a day is crucial. which I still believe, especially now that I'm exercising. Yeah, that's what this is, Dr. Berg. Reduce the stress in your life. Now, that's a hard thing to do, because even if you weren't dieting, and even if Dr. Berg didn't tell you to reduce the stress in your life, you would reduce the stress in your life if you could. So, I mean, I'm not real sure how that works, but anyway, reduce the stress in your life. Exercise. This was his recommendation on exercise. Do a HIIT workout every other day or every 2 days, and in between, do cardio. And then for nutritional supplements, this is what he recommended. Stress is real for sure, and everybody's got it in different degrees, you know. Sea kelp was one of his recommendations because it speeds up your metabolism. Uh-oh, bacon's done. Not quite done. I'm going to give it about another 5 minutes. So this is the nutritional supplements he recommended on the videos that I was watching when I was researching. So sea kelp speeds your metabolism. Take it in the morning. And I still take sea kelp. I know he sells a lot of stuff. I'm still taking sea kelp. I'm not sure if it's helping me to speed my metabolism, but I'm taking it because it has iodine in it. And iodine is something that helps you as you're losing weight. I've always been I've been cold a lot since I've been losing weight, and for the lack of fat on my body. And Mike did some research and said if you're cold all the time, your body is lacking iodine. So I'm taking the sea kelp for the iodine. I follow Dr. Steve Finney. Okay, potassium citrate, that's this stuff right here. That's an electrolyte that you must have. So you can put this in an electrolyte drink and get your potassium in. Nutritional yeast. I've got some of it right here on my counter. Very, very, it's full of B vitamins, full of B vitamins. B vitamins give you so many things. Do your research. And one thing that it gives you is energy. MCT oil was something he recommended, which I don't really use as much anymore. I do sometimes put it in my coffee and froth it up, but I don't use it nearly as much. But that's supposed to speed your metabolism too. As well as apple cider vinegar. Always good for weight loss is what they say. Doesn't hurt, and it has a bunch of different things in it that helps you. And then chromium is the other thing, and I still take chromium. And what chromium does is it helps to reduce the blood sugar in your body. So if you have blood sugar problems, you should be taking chromium for sure. Okay, so that was my beginning of keto. That's how I started. And then here are some meals that I wrote down that I was eating, that I got from that. A lot of salads, spring mix, and eggs. I don't eat eggs hardly at all anymore. An egg casserole with asparagus and sausage. I got that idea from Catherine Michelle a long time ago, a couple years ago. And I wrote down the macros for that. So that was some of the meals that I was eating way back then. And this is what I really thought was interesting more than anything. These were the macros that I started with. Let me show you. This is what I'm reading from. This is April 9th, 2017. I was doing 1,400 calories, 25 grams of carbs, which is way more than I'm having right now. 90 grams of protein, which is what I'm going to try to stick to right now, and 104 grams of fat. So that tells me that, you know what, now that I got this out and I'm reading it out to you, this tells me that if I get 90 grams of protein, I can still have 104 grams of fat. That's plenty, and I'm only getting 1,400 calories. So even if I upped the protein a little bit, I would still stay within under 1,500 calories. So that's kind of nice to know. So April 9th, 2017, I weighed 185.2. That's what I weighed. And then as you guys know, I went down to 159.8, went off the rails for most of last year, and now I'm back to 159.8. In fact, yesterday I was 159.6. So yeah, there I go. There it is right there. I'm happy that I read that. And then my measurements, my belly, where is it? 44.5 inches. And I think the last time I measured, I was 41 inches. So my belly's 3 inches smaller than it was when I started. And that's what I really care about more than anything. More than my feet or my toes or my fingers or my ears and all the weird places that you lose weight from. Oh, there it is. Okay. So let's get the bacon out. But anyway, I thought that was really interesting. I don't know if you guys think it's interesting, but I thought it was really interesting. That's my starting place right there. So I'm going to keep those papers. Oh my goodness. Okay, so my bacon, what I'm going to do is, where is it? I'm going to turn the bacon over. I know, I've changed a lot. And while I'm flipping my bacon, let's talk about that. So let me show you what it looks like right now. It's 35 minutes into cooking the bacon. It's brown, but not crispy enough for me. So I'm going to flip it and I'm going to cook it another 5 minutes. So after I did the Dr. Berg thing that I just read to you, that was between April and July. I did it. I was off and on, craving carbs like crazy. And that's always, that's always the downfall of people when they start keto is the carb cravings. And I just didn't know how to get past it. I didn't have anybody to ask about it. And the carb cravings were killing me. Oh yeah, this needs to be done a little bit more. So in July, when after I was like, you know what, I don't know why it's working for my husband and it's not working for me. Well, of course, he's diabetic. I've told you guys this story a lot of times before. He's diabetic, and he was getting off of his insulin, so he had more motivation to stay on keto than I did. Because I'm just doing it for the health and weight loss benefits. I don't have any diseases to cure. So, but I was getting frustrated because he was getting so healthy and his diabetes had been going away and he was getting skinny. Of course, that's what men do. And I really wanted it to work for me because a lot of people, I was reading, on Facebook groups, people having great success with keto and everything else, and I didn't know what to do. So I was still doing my research after that, and I went to dietdoctor.com. I found him, and he had a 2-week keto meal plan. All right, those are all turned over. He has a 2-week menu keto meal plan, and that's what I started. When I started my channel, I was like, you know what? In order for me to be accountable and stay on this diet, I'm going to start a YouTube channel, because I think having people, encouraging me and telling me I'm doing it wrong and giving me advice and the whole thing was going to keep me on track better. And it did help. Let's turn the timer on. I'm going to give it 10 minutes because the bacon underneath wasn't good at all. So anyway, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this diet doctor plan. And that's when my channel started. The first month or so of my channel is the first 2 weeks is me doing his 2-week keto menu. And I stayed on it perfectly. It was really, really good. All the food on his in his plan is really good. And I lost, quite a bit of weight, at the very beginning doing that. And it helped me with my carb cravings. Whatever it was that he was doing, yeah, I know. And remember how good the food was? And one thing that he teaches you in his meal plan is he has you eating, hi, Maria. He has you eating eggs every morning, which I got kind of tired of eggs and I don't eat them anymore. But eggs with butter every morning is what you were eating. And that was helping. All the fat from the butter and the eggs really filled me up until my next meal. And then I went to, and then he, whatever you have for lunch was your dinner from the previous night. So he's teaching you to meal prep is what it is. But I was cooking a different meal every night, and that got to be a little bit too much. But it worked, and the food was all delicious, and some of the stuff I still eat to this day. Okay, hi, Juanita. I'm just talking about, I don't have Abby with me, Juanita. So I'm just talking about how I started keto, because I've got a little paper that I found that I wrote some stuff down. Okay, so here's my first meal of the day. And Juanita and Maria, you guys will have to watch the replay so that you can find out how I made these delicious jalapeno fat bombs. So good. So I've got the rest of this bacon, and I'm going to put 2 or 3 pieces of bacon in each one, and that's going to be my first meal of the day. I have to tell you guys, I thought about doing the bacon experiment again because I really, really liked it when I was on it. I really liked it. It was so good. Okay, so I'm short one. Ooh, let's get those bacon bits in there, shall we? Sprinkle some bacon bits on top. So when my other bacon is finished cooking, oh, you know what? I'm so behind on my comments. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, Maria. You know what? I'm super behind on my comments. But let me tell you, it wasn't last week. It was the week before last. 2 weeks ago, I made keto lasagna, and I made the breadsticks there. And all it really was is fathead dough is what I made. But I think it's the meal prep from 2 weeks ago. That's where I made the breadsticks. And you know what I would do a little bit different is maybe sprinkle a little bit of parsley or something on top. That would be good too. I'm sorry I didn't answer your comment. I need to spend some time and get to my comments for sure. I'm not ignoring you guys. Oh yeah, it was cilantro for sure. You know what? There was a lady that lives around the corner from me, and she posted on her Facebook page that she has a bunch of cilantro if somebody wants to dig it up and plant it in their yard. And I thought about getting some. I love cilantro. Okay, so we're almost done. Didn't take very long to put this together. This is what I'm doing. Look at what I'm doing. I'm just putting the tops on these. My first meal of the day. Yummy. Okay, let's set that aside. I set it over on this other counter. Okay. Let me go get... Ooh, that could have been bad. Yikes. Let's move that out of the way. I need to check this. Oh, it's done. It's done, done, done. Oh my gosh, the smell is amazing. And now I can shred it. Watch. Look at this, you guys. Do you see that? That is just shredding. And I've got these, what do you call them? The jalapenos. Oh my goodness. That is amazing. Okay. I'm the best cook ever. And you know what? It's not on the bone. It's just a pork roast that I cooked maybe a month ago. And I put some Mexican seasonings with it. And I cooked it in my Instant Pot. And what happened with the when I cooked it in the Instant Pot is I did it on my live stream. And once I was ready for the pork to be done, it was done. And it was sitting there for a while. But I didn't let the slow release. I did the quick release. And usually when you do a roast in the Instant Pot, if you do the slow release, it helps to tenderize your meat a little bit more. And I didn't get that tenderization that I usually get. So it was good and it was edible, but it wasn't like shreddable like it is right here. And that's what I wanted, and especially for a salad. You want it to be really, really tender on a salad. So that's what I just let it sit. It's been cooking for an hour and a half in some beef broth and the chipotle peppers, and now it's good. Okay, so anyway, I wanted to tell you guys about these containers. I have 3 sizes of containers. This one is 32 ounces. This size is perfect if you're having a salad for lunch like I am. This is what I'm going to use today. This is, I think, a 24 ounce, I think, container. And this is perfect if you're having like a protein and a vegetable kind of meal. This is perfect for that. And then this is a smaller, like 16 ounce container. And this is the size that I use for my first meal of the day when I'm doing the roll-ups. They're perfect for roll-ups. And like I just put my fat bombs and my bacon in it. It's perfect for that. So that's the lowdown on the 3 sizes. Okay, so I need 5 of those because I'm going to make plenty of food today. I'm not going to fall into the trap that I fell into this last week. Not making enough food and then just scrounging for food afterwards. Because that's what happens to me. If I don't have enough food prepped out, then I'm going to start snacking. Even if it's keto snacking, it's still not good for you, like all the time. When the kids and I go out of town this next week, I imagine that my timing on my meals is going to be off a little bit. And I'm probably going to be doing a little extra snacking. And I should do a video on that. Just before I leave, I'm going to show you guys the snacks that I'm taking with me so that I'm not tempted to eat anything off plan while I'm out of town. That is my biggest downfall. Yeah, it would have been easier with a refrigerator for sure. And hopefully we'll get it tomorrow. The guy that is, I know I get snacky on the weekend too. The guy that's delivering our refrigerator for us says he can do it on Monday. So we'll see if we really get it or not. Okay, so I've got my containers here. And we're going to put lettuce in it. I still lost weight last week. You know, you guys saw what I did, got my lowest weight ever. And I think that the exercising has really played a big part in that. I really do. I know staying on plan, I mean, your diet is 90% of it. But I really feel like that wow, that was 10 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun. Okay. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Let's turn this oven off. Can you guys see it? There it is. That's what I was looking for. So that cooked 45 minutes at 350 to get the bacon the way I like it. Okay, so yeah, we're almost done here. I was going to say something about Melanie just now, and I forget what it was. Oh, I was talking about exercising. Okay, so I hope all of you guys follow Melanie's channel. And I'm behind on her videos, and I don't know if she showed this on her channel or not, but we're friends on Facebook, and I saw her post pictures, side-by-side pictures of her. And, you know, she has the hardest time losing weight. Not losing inches, but losing weight. Her body just doesn't do it. I know. So I'm telling them about you, Melanie. So the pictures that she showed was a before picture in a sports bra and some shorts, and the after picture in a sports bra and some shorts, and it blew my mind. I'm not kidding you. It blew my mind that of the difference in her body in each picture. She does look amazing. I mean, and that's from exercising. I really believe that's what that's from. She is an avid exerciser, and she exercises all the time. And she's really got me motivated in planks and wall sits and arm exercises and everything else. And it's mostly because of how she looks. I mean, oh my goodness. Did you put those pictures on your channel, Melanie, on a video? I'm behind, so I don't know. But it blew my mind. The amazing difference. Okay, so this is what I have. The lettuce at my store didn't look so good. Planning is just as good as preparing ahead. As long as you know what you're eating, that's the best. So I have this Ultimate Caesar salad kit, and I'm just going to take out the goodies. I might use the cheese, but I'm going to give this to the kids. They like that stuff. And I have this Country Ranch. And I'm going to take out the seasoning packet on that. Yeah, that really motivated me too, Melanie. I mean, really, seriously. I bought 2 bags of these. Abby was with me yesterday. I bought 2 bags, and she took one home because Abby loves salad. That is motivation for every single person that sees that, Melanie. And yeah, I'm eating carrots for anybody that cares. There you go, carrots in my salad. Those are pretty thick pieces of carrot too for a shredded carrot. So I'm going to try to get it. I guess it would help if you guys could see what I'm doing, huh? You know what? I really hope that she is following my example. And all the kids love my keto food. They all love it. Well, except Christian. Christian is my tough kid. Oh, so I have something else to tell you guys. I'm thinking of all this stuff. I'll have Abby talking, so I'm thinking of stuff to say. Okay, so I was talking before about, you guys know what lettuce looks like. I was talking before about picking up the van, and we're going to go to the aquarium. And I talked to the boys. Now, Christian is a teenager now. His voice is deep compared to the ending that I'm using right now. And Gage is 12. Christian's 14. Gage is 12. Abby is 7. Is Abby 7 or 8? Abby's 8. And that means Owen is 6. So that video of the ending that I'm using right now that's super cute of all the kids, I made it when I first started my channel. So those kids are little. Oh, good. I'm glad you added that. Okay. So the kids were pretty small. I mean, they've changed a lot. And I always wanted to make it more professional, but I never did, setting it on the tripod and not being in the wind and the whole thing. And so I asked Christian. Christian's my tough one. He doesn't want to be in my videos anymore. If you watch some of my videos from last year, he was in my videos every once in a while. But since he's been in 7th to 8th grade, he hasn't been wanting to be in my videos. And, he's a teenager, preteen, and the whole thing. I get it. And I'm not going to embarrass him. I'm not going to make him be in my videos, even though I want him in my videos, because I want to look back on these 20 years from now and say, oh my gosh, look at the kids. Look how cute they were when they were little. So anyway, Christian agreed to refilm that video for me. So when I go out of town to Salt Lake City, we're going to find a nice spot and we're going to refilm the ending. Okay. So anyway, I'm pretty excited about that too. Oh, that's too bad that you did that, Darlene. Because the more weight you lose, the more motivating your before pictures become. Okay, so that's my salad right there, lettuce and tomato. I'm going to put some paper towels on top. £94. Wow, that's so good. And I know Juanita's lost like 80 pounds, more than 80 pounds. I don't think there's anything wrong with carrots in moderation. I know they have natural sugar in them, but so do tomatoes. I just don't think in moderation, there's anything wrong with carrots. And they're very, very good for you. I don't think we should be eliminating stuff like that. Okay, so there's that. Oh, now you've lost 90. Way to go, Juanita. That's very encouraging to know you guys are losing that much weight. Okay, so now I'm going to do something very controversial. Very, very controversial. Because I'm a rebel like that. I'm a rebel. Okay, so the controversial thing that I'm doing, you guys have seen me do it before. It's nothing new. I'm going to use ranch dressing on my, and it's not homemade ranch, just this Wild Coyote ranch on my salad because it expires on April 28th. I need to eat it up. See, I've had this for so long. I rarely use the ranch dressing, but I have it for sometimes, and now I need to eat it up. So here's the macros on my ranch dressing. You can only get this in Utah. Let me know. I'll send some to you. It's amazing. So it does have soy in it and sugar. Where are the ingredients? There it is. It has soy, and there's sugar in there somewhere too. But the macros are for 2 tablespoons, which these little Sistema containers are 2 tablespoons, 80 calories, less than 1 carb, less than 1 gram of sugar, less than 1 protein. So you're not really getting a whole lot except 80 calories in one of these little containers. So I'm just going to pour this in, and I'm going to have ranch on my salad because I haven't had ranch in a really long time, and I need to eat this up. You know what would be really good with this ranch is if you put a little bit of that juice from the jalapenos in it, kind of spice it up a little bit. All right, there's that. So we just have one more task to do, and then we're done. One more task. And that is, well, I need to put some more bacon in that one container. And then I'm going to weigh out a little bit of the pork. There we go. That's done. So I'm going to put the containers, the lids on the containers. Ooh, these are warm. They were sitting right next to the fan on the computer. I won't do that anymore. Are you talking about that bone broth that you did in your grocery haul? I think I saw a grocery haul that you did lately. Oh man, that hero chicken recipe is so good. I still have some of that in my freezer. I've been freezing way too much lately, and my freezer's full. So that's what I'm going to use the week that I'm out of town for 3 days. I'm going to use, everything is going to be from my freezer, from my previous meal preps. All right, that's done. So now, trying to go slow with the camera so it doesn't cut out. First thing I'm going to do is put some bacon in this one because it's missing the bacon. Oh man, that looks good. All right, there's that. All right, so I'm going to grab some more containers. I'm missing a couple of containers. I think they're in the little refrigerator. Make sure these lids fit. These are the ones that we just washed today. So I need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll use one of the 24-ounce containers. It'll be too big for what I'm doing, but it's good enough. I need glass because I'm going to I'm going to microwave the meat before I put it, warm up the meat before I put it with the salad. Okay, so I've got 3 different sizes of containers. Ounces. I know. I agree, Melanie. Okay, so let's see what, I'm going to go 5 ounces. I'm going to see what 5 ounces of meat looks like. Can't see it. Let's see what that looks like. That way I know that I'm getting enough protein. Remember, I'm going for 90 grams of protein this week. Pork has a lot of protein. There we go, 4.9, good enough. Oh, you know what I didn't put in there? This is like the cherry on top, a chipotle pepper. I'm having pork roast with a cherry on top, 2 cherries on top. There is always keto police out there. Most of the time, I don't care. I mean, I do what I do. I'm losing weight. I'm feeling fabulous. And so there's no reason to criticize what I'm doing. All right, there we go. Let's put 2 cherries on top. I'm going to eat that with my salad. This container is bigger. Oh, there was a bone in there. Look at that. There's no meat on that. All right. 4 ounces of meat. No, 5 ounces is what I'm going for. Oop. Put my cherry in a little bit too early. Five ounces on the dot. All right, 2 cherries on top. Two more to go, and then we're done. I'm going to be sexy and sassy at 70. You wait and watch. You just watch. I'm going to be 58 next Saturday. Oh, I'm running out of cherries. Okay, that one's only getting 1. All right, 1 more, and then I'm done. Oh, no, I had an extra 1 in there. All right, there it is. I think I'll use the rest of that pork today. I haven't eaten except for a little bit of bacon and cream cheese today. Wow, Juanita. No kidding. Nothing's going to stop you now. That's incredible. And you've lost 90 pounds now. I'm so happy for you. I am too. No kidding. And I whine about the little 40 pounds that I want to lose. That is amazing. Okay, so we're done. That's the end of that. Let's review. I always like to take the tops off so you can see. Of course, you guys are going to watch my vlog every day and see this every day anyway. But I have a few fillers in between for the salad. I still have taco meat in my refrigerator that I need to use since Thursday. I need to use that up. Taco salad is in my future. All right. There we go. This webcam is awkward. Okay, so there's my salad. Lettuce and tomato, ranch dressing, and this beautiful, beautiful pork roast that I recooked and made it tender. And then jalapeno fat bombs, jalapeno popper fat bombs, and 3 pieces of bacon. There it is. That's what I'm eating. I'll probably figure out some other things to have throughout the week, because I only have 5 salads here, but I know I've got some lasagna and everything else that I can eat too. All right. It's almost been an hour and a half. Let's get the lid on this really quick before I say goodbye. The one thing about these 32-ounce containers is if you don't have these aligned, the tops aligned perfectly, they're hard to snap on. You have to have them on perfect. All right, there we go. That is my skinny meals for the week. Skinny meals. That's what they are. Okay, you guys, thanks for joining me. Thank you for coming in and keeping me company every single week, you guys. I really appreciate it. I really do. So anyway, that's all that I have for today. Tomorrow I'll do my weekend roundup, and today's day 106. So until tomorrow, keep calm and keto on.